Guys, we just gotta stop meeting like this. Okay, again, frazzled not. Just got out of bed, still in my PJs. Well, a lot of you guys, my regulars and everything that are out there, I had talked to y'all about something about the high tech people. You know, the ones Google, Facebook, YouTube, and there's a lot of really smart people that are looking into it. And of course, everybody just wants to sue them because they've been banning people left and right. So I thought to myself, I wanted to look at that agreement again. So, of course, they had a lot of lawyers that brought up that agreement. I didn't have a lawyer when I agreed. And actually, when I joined Facebook, my sister snagged power of attorney because that nice illegal man that they thought was okay to drive, but couldn't speak one word of English, the state of North Carolina thought somewhere in their head that he could read English, like stop, curve, yield. So anyway, they gave him a license anyway. He probably couldn't understand not one word of English, and I highly doubt he could read it. But anyway, I looked at that agreement again, and there was also that CEO that turned around and, he testified in front of the congressional hearing, and he said about sharing our information. And they kind of asked how it was done. And he says, well, we critique about what ads that people are going to see. So I thought to myself, well, geez, I used to pay an arm and a leg to advertise in the phone book back in the yellow pages in those years. And then I thought, advertisers pay. They pay for the information, right? So, but nowhere in any of those agreements, besides if I had power of attorney when my sister had power of attorney with Facebook, technically, legally, I couldn't make that agreement. My sister didn't know I agreed. I just figured, I was agreeing to, you need to be an attorney. I just figured I was kind of agreeing to, not be mean to somebody. But then I set that page to private. So then I figured nobody's going to use anything. It's private. They would have to go in. See, there was a misunderstanding and a misleading. They could go in and they could, use stuff. But I was private. I didn't think nobody was going to bother me. But still, there's a whole lot of kids out there, because that got me thinking too. There was a whole lot of kids out there that signed up to use Facebook and YouTube. Now, as far as I know, according to the law, I'm not an attorney, but in order to make a legal binding contract or agreement, you have to be at least 18 years old. So if these people weren't 18 years old and their parents didn't consent, and then these people are using children's information, don't you think that might be illegal? Now, I called an attorney. I pay these people $17 a month. This one lady, I don't really like her. I think I'm going to call her again tomorrow. I don't know. Tell her I think my poop is racist or something, because it's always brown. But anyway, I don't particularly like her. I've talked to her again. She's very snooty. But then she said if I actually had a problem, I would have to get a hold of a attorney in California, because that's where Google and Facebook and all them people operate out of. And I stressed to her again. I said, in the agreement, it says share. She says, but they own the content. Well, I didn't say they can own the content. And you know what? I don't even think it said that they owned the content. I kind of think they just said it would be shared. So if they own my content and I'm making them money, once again, I'm sitting here broke on my butt. I ain't seeing any money out of that either. So usually, if you pass the first phase with my attorneys, you go on to phase number 2, which would be the civil attorney. And I still think I have a point. Now I was thinking maybe to shake these people up, maybe I could get an interview with, like, I don't know, one of the local news stations. Then, if a bunch of other people kind of think about it, or if they actually know about it, especially parents, how protective they are with their kids, and they find out that these people are selling their minors' information, I bet they'd rip Google down brick by brick, which is cool too. So I'm trying to think how many people we can actually reach. I have a whole lot of smart friends out there, and I'm just tossing it out there to you. Why don't you bring up that agreement again? Maybe I misread it. But I'm kind of thinking that none of us agreed for them to make a profit off of our content's their content. If it's their content, honestly, I never agreed to give it to them for free. I didn't even think they would own it. I just figured I'd have my page, I'd talk to a bunch of friends, and I'd just, bat around some ideas. Never thought anything about anybody owning my work, because then you're pretty much saying that I'm a creator. Now, if I create an album, then I'm an artist, because now I guess I'm an artist, because they own this content. Well, if I can't turn around and use Fleetwood Mac's content because they are the artist, of course they're copywritten, but they also don't tell you that, we're going to own your content unless you're copywritten. Okay, there's a lot of things they left out. There's a lot of things they didn't explain. And the average person probably doesn't have $5,000 for a retainer, or just $500,000 to go talk to a lawyer to say, hey, I need to get into an agreement. I want to know what I'm signing. So anyway, I just want to pass this thought about. Maybe you guys can add something. Maybe you can go ahead and get onto your own live stream. Maybe you have a family member that's an attorney, and maybe you can say, hey, you got to see this. But anyway, we all kind of been through the run. We've lost channels. We've been shut down. We get copyright infringement. And sometimes, you just might have a favorite song you want to play and share with your friends. But then, of course, you get a copyright strike. So I honestly didn't know that they were going to own my content. I'm pretty sure I agreed to share my content, but on Facebook, I turned everything to private. So I didn't think anybody was going to share anything. I was just going to share it with my friends. So I just wanted to give you all that quick little chat. And I don't see anybody in my chat room, so I don't even know if this is going right, because, there's always ghosts in the computers. You could lose your sound. You could lose your thing. And I got some pretty good friends that usually show up in my chat. So either I've done something very, very wrong or something. But I'm going to close this out. And we can't go to Bears because Bear's not on. But I just want to get this message out. I'm going to come back live for my friends so we can all open up the chat room and we can talk about things. God bless. Love everyone. Bye-bye.